Ozymandias in 5 minutes. Ozymandias is the story of a king who had immense power in his day, but as time has gone on, nature and time have reduced his importance down to virtually nothing. Now, the poem begins with the idea of us being told the story by a traveller from an antique land. So straight away we have what we might call a framing device, something in which the main story is encapsulated in a wider frame. So we're not just told the story, we're told it by a traveller. I suppose that suggests that the traveller knows a lot about travelling about different countries, different places. So we get the idea that he has a lot of experience. The story tells us, sounds almost like a riddle. Like we have to work out the answer to what's going on there. He tells us about these trunkless legs of stone that stand in the desert. Notice they are vast, absolutely huge, suggesting the statue that was originally built by Ozymandias of himself was huge. But all we have is legs that have no body, that are trunkless. The focus seems to be that on the sand nearby is a shattered visage, a shattered face. That's what this means. Okay, a representation of his face in the statue. What's interesting for us is that on the statue, which of course he has chosen and he has commanded what's to be there, he is represented as having a frown, a wrinkled lip and a sneer of cold command. So we can see that he wants to be represented as someone who is powerful but dangerous, angry. He particularly has the frown and the sneer and the wrinkled lip goes on there, but he particularly wants us to think that his command is cold, that he has no passions, no emotions. Underneath it we see that the sculptor is the person who's remembered. When you look at the face, the traveller doesn't think about Ozymandias himself, he thinks about the sculptor who created it. So what we remember is the artist. He is the person who is remembered when you look at this, and therefore potentially more important than Ozymandias himself. Beneath him there is a pedestal. Now this comes in the second half of this poem. This poem is a sonnet, a form of poetry that is very strict and tight and organised, and in which the first 8 lines above here will suggest and tell us the story, tell us the problem. But the 6 lines below it, what we refer to, that's the octet, we refer to as the sestet. Those lines tell us kind of the points that he's trying to make in the poem. So if we have a quick look here at what's written, my name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. We can see he is not talking to his people, he is talking to kings, other kings, and telling them that he is superior to them. And his message to them is to despair, lose all hope. Now this message that we have here is immediately juxtaposed with the very simple words, nothing beside remains. The very simple idea repeated in just 3 words that shows us that nature has taken control. What was once impressive is no longer. This is just now a colossal wreck, and we're fully reminded that the lone and level sands stretch far away. The alliteration reminding us in here that what was man-made has been taken over by what is natural. The stone that his statue was built out of has become sand. What was vertical, built up against the stars, has become horizontal. And there we go.